Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Monday Sit Rep. The return of the Viking raiding ship, yes, is this week, so we're going to dive on in and take a little closer look, along with some other cool stuff, also back on brickmania.com. Okay, and as promised, this week's featured restock pre-order is the Viking raiding ship. This one designed by Andreas. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better example of just all of the components of Brickmania coming together in one beautiful set, one beautiful piece of art. So we're going to dive into some of the components there and really break this kit down. So first off, let's talk printing, because not only is this thing loaded with some epic displays of original artwork, but all in all, there's over 100 printed pieces on this kit. Because as you can see, we've got everything from the woodwork details to these beautiful printed shields here. But I mean, you want to talk about pops of color and detail, and when a building set becomes a piece of art, I think this is an excellent example of just some next level detail, color, and craftsmanship that really brings this together. So that's the UV side of things on the kit anyways. Let's talk paper print, and that's because this ship has to get somewhere somehow, and that's with this awesome sail, also I believe designed by Slam. But definitely working with paper print to make sure that those holes are in the right spot so that it integrates with the mast, and then obviously getting a material that's able to kind of have that billowy feel of the sail itself. So just kind of a cool way to bring that department into things as well, as opposed to just the standard canvas cover we see normally. This is definitely a bit more complex. The design itself is super solid. I like the snowy details and the fact that there's even more printed elements packed into the interior, where of course we've got all of our minifigs stored. Your average Viking Raider ship probably wouldn't have had the dragon heads carved into the front of it, but it's a nice touch. It's iconic for what people recognize of it, and it just means that you're a chieftain, someone of significant importance. All right, and moving on to minifigures, we got 13 of them in this set. A nice variety, fairly simple uniforms, but some excellent variants in face artwork here as well. And as you might have noticed, there weren't any 3D printed elements on the kit, but they certainly made up for that when it comes to the minifigures themselves. Each one of these with a nice variety of custom and kit exclusive 3D printed items. Everything from weapons to helmets to beards and hair. And like I said, you can see some of the awesome varieties in the face artwork there as well. Here's another look at what you might call your standard trio. There's definitely some similarities, like I said, to be sure, in the uniforms, but that's not exactly historically inaccurate. I mean, they're all working with these same materials, so to speak. This era of Viking ship would have been from before the medieval era, but as you can see, we're getting close to it because we've already got those awesome swords and helmets, once again, all custom created here at Brickmania. But it does my heart good to see that being put into such hyper detail, because it's really, really cool. And it's definitely one of those things that, you know, Brickmania can bring to the table that's very difficult to replicate within your own parts inventory, depending on what sets you have. Maybe you've got some classic castle or some of the other Viking sets that you can repurpose, but this is definitely some next level detail for third-party customization. All in all, I'd say this is pretty much a next level museum quality kit. You'd be hard pressed to find anything else like it on the market, especially with this level of detail and artistry put into it. If you want to hear more about the design process and everything that went into it, make sure to check out our Designer Studio channel, because we do have a video up there with the designer. But there you have it. There's your breakdown of the Viking raiding ship and, you know, a mock idea. And finally, just to wrap things up here, the U.S. Air Force's birthday is on September 18th, so we do have the dress uniforms back in stock in the varieties of flesh tones and genders as well. You can see some of the slight differences between that custom created hat there. Remember, we do bring dress uniforms back usually around each branch's birthday when we're able to, so that people are able to get those cracks on at them, and then that's usually the only time of year that they're in stock. So if you want to pick these up for the holidays or for some other time of the year, you know, maybe when you're going to see that person who would appreciate it, make sure to do it now, because this is when they're going to be in stock. And then as always, if you want to see the entire rundown of everything that was back in today's restock, make sure to check out our email newsletter or our blog. All right, so make sure to tune back in on Wednesday as we continue to expand our Ukrainian benefit lineup. Otherwise, that will do it for me here on a Monday. Thank you very much for watching.